it's in. It's a masterclass in finishing to complete his hat-trick.
Yes, welcome to our edition. Let's learn together. Player switching has many advantages when defending, and it's one of the most important key when defending in this game. But what I have realized, it's almost 70% of players don't know how to right-stick switch and when to use it. So in this video, we are going to look at the effective ways you can train and master the right-stick switching. We have the L1 switch. This only selects defenders around the ball, and it's called the quick switch. But this is so basic. You can't defend options far away from the ball, like selecting that defender to cut that long pass, which means you have to use the right analog switch. Here you can freely select that defender you want from any angle. But it's not as easy as you think. It needs some practice. In this video, I'm going to use the player relative because that's what I use, and I think it's the best. Here, the player with cursor, this red icon, is the center of the switch. So if you want to select this defender, you have to imagine like 3 tools and choose one you want. One is a clock. So here you can see the time where the switch line is at. Then flick the right analog to that clock line, and that player will be selected. Or you just imagine compass directions, like north, south, east, northeast, and many. And lastly, the most effective one, which I think it's very easy, and that's imagining directions like up, down, right, and left. Here it's very easy to make it second nature. The best and the most effective way to train is to head and play kickoff. Here you get 2 controllers, one you're using and the second for the opposition team. What you have to do is simple, using the controller of the opposite team. Get the ball and position the ball holder around this position in the pitch. Then leave that controller and use the one controlling your team. So here the first switch line is to switch up and down. Just make sure you switch to that player in that up and down line. And even still you can move that defender and get into that line and switch. It's okay to fail because your main purpose is learning. Take your time, even if it means to be slow down and concentrate the switches. So here you will be registering this switching line in your muscle memory. By time being, it will become second nature. And these type of switching line will no longer be a problem to you. You practice this line until you feel comfortable with it, and will you no longer make many mistakes. After that, again, use the opposition controller and position the ball holder around the central area, maybe in the center. So here you also practice the right and left switching lines. Just do this and try to feel the right analog movement. And remember, if you don't see the line, move your player until you get into that line with any defender and switch. Take your time and slow down first. Don't rush. Me, I can do it fast because I'm used, but for you, first register the switch line in your muscle memory, and afterwards, when you're making less mistakes, you can speed up. Then hereafter, you can even mix up the up and down switches because these are very basic and easy. After this exercise, you move the opposition player and position him around this area, or here on the opposite side. So here you try to use diagonal lines, the angles between up and right, or left and down lines, switching only with players in those lines. Like I told you, have to be feeling the analog switch, and if you're struggling, you slow down first. Just do this boring exercise. I know it's not fun and it's so boring, but just know it's worth giving in your time and practice. By time you will be okay, and feeling it easy, practice makes a progress. After doing that and, still make some little mistakes, not perfect, but you feel the progress. It's time you do a random freestyle switches. So here try to switch in triangles, like switching between your fullback, midfielder, and the winger. And make sure you mean your switch. Don't just spam the right analog. Lock on that player you want and use the right analog and switch to him. Here it's a mixture of up and down lines and right-left lines. That's why this freestyle is good. It gives that random angle, adding up some little challenge. After that, you can also go on the opposite side and do the same, still switching in triangles and imagining those directions in your head. These are the partners you will have in a normal match, so you have to train them and get that feeling. Then lastly is to position the opposition player around this spot. First, use the formation of 3 midfielders and switch between them back and forth, and still you getting feel of the patterns. In this area, it's where a lot of players struggle with players switching using the right analog. Make it yours to and conquer this area, and next time in the normal match, you will have no difficulties. After that, use a formation of 2 midfielders and switch between your midfielders and center backs or fullbacks. So here you have to switch on one side first, like switching between the midfielder, the center back, and the fullback on one side using a triangle, switching only between 3 players. Because there's a moment when you have to switch from your fullback to your winger and close up the space, or from your center back to your midfielder and drag him back. And do this on the opposite side also to get that pattern. After that, you play a kickoff match against AI, set professional difficulty, and head into the match. This practical exercise is so boring, but trust me, it's worth your time. So here you have to defend, basically, but only switch using the right analog switch. You can cut passing lanes, you can defend one-on-one, dragging players back, but make sure you force yourself to use the right stick analog. If you're still struggling and feeling overwhelmed, I can understand because it happens to everyone at the beginning. You can slow down your switches. There's no need to force it. You're here to practice and learn, remember. You can sometimes use the L1 switch only when you know you're lost, or when you don't know where the cursor is, just press the L1 and reset the switch to the nearest defender. So do this for like 2 matches every day for a week. I guarantee you, if you put in your work and practice, you will master the right stick switch. You can keep on playing your competitive games like Rivals or Champs, but just get like 1 hour and practice the right analog switch. So if you feel like you struggle with one-on-one defending, check the dedicated video linked in the description, or at the end of this video. It explains how to master one-on-one, so just subscribe and see you in the next one.
Port plays alongside Robin Lenormand in the centre-back positions. Pedri plays alongside Rodri in the middle of the park, and the main striker in the team is Alvaro Morata. Possession given away. Danny Carvajal. Could turn out to be a really good ball. Untidy in possession there. Maybe that's a misconnection with the ball. It's well wide. Oh, maybe a bit of space now. And the shot thwarted. Into the box it goes. And that's nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Silva. Ronaldo. Perfectly anticipated, really well won.
Well, the away side have controlled the game in the last 15 minutes or so. Now it's about making all of the pressure and all of the attempts count. If they find that clinical touch in front of goal, they'll get what they deserve.
In behind, can he finish? An aimless clearance caused by being put under pressure. Ronaldo. Pass was read and the ball has changed hands. Now there could be something on in a moment. Fabian. Well, it was looking good, but ultimately nothing doing. And that took a touch on the way out, throw in to come. Thrown away, he'd be advised not to look at the bench for a while now. Fabian. Oh, really good effort. Plenty of power, plenty of venom, but just leaning back slightly. The pass is incomplete. Nicely won. Robin Lenormand. And with that, the first half in Lisbon comes to an end. There's the first first kick of the second half, with the deadlock yet to be broken. Rodri. Fabian. And that's where it ends, with possession lost. Game brought to a halt, a free kick given for that. Oh, excellent vision. In the right position to cut out the pass. Both sides having a hard time keeping the ball at the moment. Out of play, it'll be a throw now. Rodri. Rodri. The ball taken away from them. Excellent reading of the game to win the ball. Allowing space, and he's finding it. In that sort of position, you simply have to get it closer than he did there. They need to be better on the ball than that. Pedri. They found a way through. Found nicely and in. Well, what an opportunity that was.
Oh, should be 1-0 up, Guy. You can see how frustrated he is with himself.
The assistant spotted a touch there, throw in. Not a good throw, and possession changes hands. Williams. He's in here. Well, he tried to put the hammer down on that one, and the result wasn't pretty. The defence does its work. Pedri. Played through nicely. Morata. And the keeper more than equal to it. Short corner taken. It's played into the box. Or maybe only a half chance. It's missed by quite a distance.
Yeah, this is great defending. There's so much pressure on him just as he's about to head this. Means he can't hit the target.
And the whistle goes. Free kick awarded. Now, this might be promising. And the attack is over. Really good defending. Nicely played. Now for the finish. And it's there! What a moment to take the lead. Well, underway again. Is there to be one more twist to the tail? Pedri. Emerick Laporte. So much given away as cleverly won. Only half the job done there. Now a sense that a late equaliser could be on the cards. They're being afforded too much space here. Rodri. And into the box it goes. And it's not the best of clearances. Good patient build-up, but not quite the end product. Mark Cucurella. Nico Williams. it's all over.